Grenville, Thousand Islands, Rideau Lakes.
This Liberal government constantly votes to increase taxes on Canadians. They voted to increase taxes on fuel. They voted to increase taxes on home heating. And at a time when Canadians are struggling to put food on the table for their families, 1.5 million Canadians visiting food banks in a single month, these Liberals voted to increase their carbon tax on food production. So when will they finally quit forcing their failed carbon tax on struggling Canadians?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, I understand that the Conservatives are still debating whether or not the climate crisis is real, and I understand that their economic policy can be summed up by cancelling the price on pollution. What I don't understand is that yesterday the Conservatives voted against a tax cut for small businesses, Madam Speaker. They voted against eliminating interest on student loans. Madam Speaker, we have been there for Canadians. We have a strong and prudent fiscal policy in this country. I just don't understand why the Conservatives consistently oppose it.
Honourable Member for Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands, Rideau Lakes.
Madam Speaker, what we oppose is their failed carbon tax plan. It's not an environmental plan, and what we're voting against is, like the Auditor General saw, $27 billion in misappropriated COVID funds. What we're going to continue to vote against is the wasteful spending of these inflationary arsonists. Madam Speaker, these Liberals haven't found a tax that they don't love. When will they finally get rid of their tax and spend ways and give Canadians a well-deserved break?
Here, here. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, I'm not sure who the Conservative member is referring to when he calls people arsonists, but clearly the facts and the numbers don't seem to matter to the Conservatives. If they bothered to look at the facts, they would see that we have the lowest deficit and the lowest debt of all G7 countries. They would also see that we continue to have a AAA credit rating, which means, Madam Speaker, and the numbers bear this out, business investors are finding Canada to be the most prudent and responsible investment. Madam Speaker. Business investment is up in this country. I just wish that the Conservatives would stop denigrating our economy.
The Honourable Member for Calgary.
You're the one in power. You're the only one that can denigrate the economy.
Madam Speaker, because of this Liberal government, Christmas will be more expensive for Canadians than ever before. 52% of Canadians are worried about buying gifts this Christmas. 61% of Canadians are worried about putting gas in their car to go and visit loved ones over the holidays. And 53% of Canadians are worried about buying groceries for Christmas dinner. Madam Speaker, this is supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. So when will this Liberal government give Canadians a break and axe the carbon tax?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, nobody is believing this feigned compassion on behalf of the Conservatives. It is the government's policies that ensured that 2 million fewer Canadians are suffering from poverty in this country. It is the policies that we have put in place that are helping Canadians make ends meet, whether it's the rental benefit that will become available in a few days' time, whether it is the dental subsidy that is already available to Canadian families, whether it is the supports for childcare, whether it is doubling the GST tax credit, Madam Speaker. We have been there for Canadians and will continue to be there.
L'honorable député.